We'll be learning about the basic techniques of using color pencils and coloring different objects. So let's get on. First, I'll be drawing a basic flower picture which we will later be coloring. This is a very simple 5-petal flower. I'll be drawing 1 or 2 flowers. Draw it very lightly, as you don't want the color pencil colors to get mixed with the black lead. I'll be just limiting it to 2 flowers and some leaves. This you can do according to your liking. There's no particular format that you have to draw it in this way. It's your own imagination. Now we have finished drawing the flower and we'll start with the coloring. One thing you need to remember is that the first shade what you do should be very light, because otherwise you can't do the shading with the other pencil colors. So first we give a very light shading and fill in the whole petals. Try to keep your pencil at around 45 degrees or even lesser than that, so that you don't get the lines of the point. You should try to avoid the lines being seen and try to get an even color throughout the petals. Take the lightest shade first, and then we will go ahead and make it darker. Now that you can see, I have a very light pink here. Now I'll go and start doing the shading with this pencil itself. I'm going to use some lines. Please understand the strokes. These are going from the center of the flower outside. Here again, this is a medium tone. I'll be making this darker in the next shading. These should be in the form of thin lines. Go from the center and try to maintain it kind of parallel to each other. The line should be spreading out in a fan-like shape. And lift the pencil with a jerk when you're coming to the end of the lines. This will give a more natural finish. Once this is done, I'm going to do another shade. Here the lines will not be as long as the previous ones. Give a little gap between each of the lines so that the bottom shading, that is the medium tone, also is seen. As you can see, the strokes are going from the center outside. This will be more comfortable for you to do. As I am doing it for you on the camera, I am finding it a little bit difficult. Now we go to a darker shade. I am taking a purple shade here, and I'll be giving really dark lines. Here again, it will be shorter than the previous lines that we had given with the pink pencil itself. Put a little pressure so that you get a dark shade. But since the purple and pink are blending together, you can see you're getting a very nice shade here, a purplish pink. Now what I'll go and do is go and outline the petals. Here I will try to not make the lines very straight, as I want a more natural looking petal shape. This will be easier when you draw the initial picture very lightly. Here I have drawn it a little bit darker so that you can see it on the video. Keep it light and give a slight shaky edge so that it looks nice. Now I'll be going and doing the center. Here I am going and putting a very light shade of orange. Give small lines. You can also go ahead and use dots. I'm going to use dots. I think they will look better. Randomly place them wherever you feel like. So that it fills the center of the flower. Now what we'll do is try to make it a little bit better. So I'll be giving some lines from the edge of the circle inside, from all directions. Now we'll again come back to the flower, and now I'm going to start shading outside to inside. This should again not reach the shading which is there. From outside, we should be coming inside. Leave a little gap between the outer shading and the inner shading of the petal. You can turn the book if you feel it's difficult to do it in the same position. If you don't want the lines to be seen, you can blend it a little with either your finger or with a small tissue paper. Now I'm going to do it with the purple. Don't cover all the lines. Allow the pink to be seen. This will add to the beauty. Now I'm going to make the insides more darker. Like a slight ring. Now some lines you can extend randomly just to give some more effect. Now let's move on to the petal. Here again, the same way, I'm going to start doing the leaf. Here again, fill the whole leaf with a very light color of green. Then we'll be going and doing the shading with the darker green. Try to avoid getting lines here. If you feel there are lines, go and do it again. Now I'll be shading only one side of the leaf dark. Now let's move on and make the veins of this leaf. Now I'll be giving a very light shading from the outside. That's only on the left side. I'm taking another green pencil which is lighter and shading on the right side with small thin lines. Now I'm making the outline more darker. Let me show you another leaf. Same way, we are going to be filling it with a light green first. And then do shading with other greens. You can also use yellow to shade one part, but I'm going to continue with the green for now. When you're drawing the veins, keep your hand very free so that you get very nice natural looking lines. Keep your strokes very free so that you get a very natural looking shading. Now I'm going to thicken the stem. So we have completed doing this flower. Doesn't it look pretty? The same way you can go ahead and complete the other flower too. Here I am zooming in on the flower so that you can see how it looks. I'll show you the leaf too. I'll zoom on it. Hope you can see the shading done here. So you can complete the rest of the flowers and the leaves. Hope you enjoyed today's lesson. So see you in the next video. Thank you.